Hey everyone, welcome to segment 10 of Pilates P's and Q's. So it's the last week of Pilates Shapes My Practice, but it's been wonderful watching everyone's explorations. So while after this week is all said and done, I wanted to leave you with some questions to help guide you into expanding and progressing your exploratory practice. So the first of these questions is, what is the goal? And most importantly, what is the intent of the exercise or exercises you're learning, working on, teaching today, this week, and in your current movement practice? For example, this week is teaser, pretty much a staple in the Pilates realm, am I right? But besides just wanting to be able to look like you can flawlessly lift your legs while peeling off your spine, off the mat, and folding yourself into this V, what is the intent in doing so? Besides breath control working in conjunction with spine control, I see a spine flexing with load. The load of gravity pulling on the spine as each vertebrae flexes up and then has to reorganize itself as it lowers down in control. And there's the load from the weight of the legs moving in and out of hip flexion that needs to be dispersed amongst each vertebral joint. In addition, there's this major hip flexion going on, which means not only do you have to have the obvious flexibility in the back of the legs, but also the space within each hip joint to actually rotate into these ranges in the hip sockets themselves. And not only that, but you have to have the strength to flex with the load working against gravity and the torso. So when you explore and play with the intent, the aspiration or the intent behind each exercise can help you discover simple but challenging ways to progress the things that you've been working on with a genuine interest of improving those capacities and strengths. So taking a movement like teaser that looks so beautifully simple yet is extremely complex in dynamics and making it simple by working on the individual parts to affect the whole. And here is where isolated and independent joint mobility work comes in super handy. How do you know exactly where the compensations, weaknesses, or lack of mobility is? You can use this mobility work to help you take a step back and actually assess what needs work, which kind of leads me back to the beginning. And it's funny how it all ends up back here, where it comes down to, are the joints that are being used for side bend, swan, and teaser healthy and behaving as they should? And is there strength within the surrounding tissue and control in the nervous system to know how to control the ranges needed and being used? So perhaps the thing we should really be asking ourselves frequently is, do I want to get better and be good at Pilates movement and exercises? Or do I want to be better at what each of those Pilates exercises are trying to get the body doing and moving better? I hope those questions help and that you have been enjoying the Pilates Shapes My Practice challenge as much as I have. I hope to see you here next week. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.